What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you saw in the thumbnail, this isn't the kind of video I like to make, but it's part of life, right? The economy has boned my small business pretty hard. The phone hasn't been ringing as much. Fuel prices, diesel is just killing me right now. And with that, we have to make some sacrifices. We all do it. My family comes first, just like I hope your family comes first. So with that being said, I have made the decision to sell off some of my Pokemon collection. It's a very hard decision. I'm very attached to some of the cards that I have, and basically it's just what needed to be done at this time. We have some other stuff we want to do, and we didn't have the extra funds to do that. The main reason I'm making this video is just to share with everybody, because I know everybody goes through stuff, and that's why we do the giveaways. You know, I like to give away ETBs because not everybody can open stuff, not everybody can access stuff, not everybody has the money. Really, a lot of what got me into this stuff was, you know, Beard Dad, Coop's Collections, Deep Pocket Monster, you know, and I wanted to do nice things for people in the community too. And we'll continue to do that. But just right now, it just isn't in the cards. No pun intended. Anyway, so today I wanted to show you some of what I'm letting go and some of what I'm going to keep. Last week, I sold the Mega Charizard X. That was a rough one. I sold it for $750. Not mad about that because we pulled it. And really, besides the fact that we pulled it and it was the biggest card we've ever pulled, we weren't too attached to it. It's not a $750 card to me. You know, if I had the money and if it was at $300, I don't know if I'd pay $300 for it. But that's me, right? You know, I have other cards that I love dearly that some people would pass up in an instant, and they're not worth $20, you know? But that's the beauty in collecting things, right? So my biggest deal is just always being transparent as possible with you guys, and just hoping to grow the channel and grow our community with that. So like I said, today I'm going to be showing you some of the cards that we're selling now. I have a lot. One of my biggest cards I'm getting rid of, this card is probably the hardest one for me to get rid of, and that's my Leafeon. I pulled this myself from Prismatic, the only thing I've ever pulled from Prismatic. And I love this card. And I probably will never pull another card like that from Prismatic because Prismatic's way too expensive and the hit rates are few and far between. My next two, my Curly and my Ralts. Like, I still hadn't got the Gardevoir yet. That was my plan, was to get the Gardevoir. I'm a Gardevoir collector. I don't have it yet. And it's something that's going to take some time. Now, those cards I do plan on getting again. Like, those will be some that I add to my collection. And that's just, you know, I just like them, you know, and that's it. Some of the others I have that we're getting rid of from the Chinese Gym 2, this Eevee and this Leafeon. I love these two cards. These are hard for me to get rid of. And, you know, a lot of people don't like Chinese. A lot of people don't like, if it's not English, they're not interested. It depends on what's on the card. You know, if I'm keeping them, I love those cards. Those are some of my favorite cards. Japanese Ninetales. I'm sorry, I'm not getting in the camera. Such a beautiful card. And then there's a lot more, but these are like that I'm selling, but main ones, you know, the hardest ones for me to get rid of. Then we got these, the Horsey, the Drowsy. Drowsy is one of my favorite cards. The Meowth, Baker pulled that Meowth. Love that Meowth. Love the Charmander promo. One of my favorite cards. You know, just because you're watching somebody and, you know, their videos are always so positive, so doesn't mean that other people aren't going through things too, right? We all go through struggles, whether it be financial, mental, relationship, you know, we all go through things, right? And the best thing that I could do is be transparent to you guys. Just to remind you, like, we're all in the same boat. Like, we're all the same. We all have struggles. It doesn't matter, you know, what you see on videos, right? Again, I still plan on doing giveaways when things get right. I know when it warms up, you know, phone's gonna start ringing quite a bit more like it usually does. Usually I'm pretty busy during the summertime, but we got to do what we got to do, right? We're having a blast doing the YouTube page and posting the videos. When we started this, like, I didn't realize how much I would love editing videos. You know, sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes I do it in, you know, break it up in sections, but a lot of mine are short form content, so it doesn't take too long. But I like doing that enough that I edit videos for my daughter's sports channel. I edit videos for my younger son's Pokemon and, you know, playtime videos and stuff like that. And I enjoy that. And I may take on doing some more for some other people, but, you know, this is just where we're at right now. So I'm going to get on to some of the cards that I am going to keep. Didn't want to let go of this, the Charizard and the Oricorio promo, still sealed. I like keeping my promo sealed. That Charmander promo I bought open, that's where I was. And then we got a bunch of them that, you know, aren't worth a whole lot, but hopefully one day they will be. And like I said, I just like keeping my sealed promos, and because these weren't worth a whole lot, I wasn't gaining much from selling them, probably 30 bucks or so. So yeah, so we're just gonna hold on to these and see what happens. A card that I just could not get rid of. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite card. Another promo, the Mew promo. I can't get rid of it. I'll do without some food or something. Probably not, but I got to keep that one. You know, Mewtwo crew. So we've got to have Mewtwo. We got the Mew. This is a simplified Chinese tag team. Again, I don't care about the language. That was for me. That wasn't for resale. It wasn't vending. I love the card, and I got it for less than 20 bucks, you know. So keeping my Rayquaza. Love that card. And then I couldn't get rid of, these are just some of them. I got other ones in the binder. Some Gardevoirs. I got to keep my Gardevoirs. And then another one of my absolute favorite cards, Jesse and James. I like hunted for that one for a while. I can't get rid of that one. I've got some more in the binder that I'm keeping that aren't really expensive, but I'll show you guys. But yeah, ultimately I have, like, collector has what I'm selling at like $1,300. I've got a guy that offered me $950 for them. He's a vendor. He's going to sell them. A lot of people are offering lower, but you know, this is a guy I know about, and I felt comfortable, even though he's reselling them, you know, helping his business out. As far as the channel goes, we're going to keep opening stuff, you know, as we see it, like you guys, few and far between. But as we get stuff, I'd like to be able to do longer form content. And some of you that's been around for a while may have noticed that we haven't posted as often as what I used to. That was nothing to do with, you know, with financial or anything like that. I just used to post shorts every day, and a lot of them would be using templates, you know, where you'd have a scene from a movie or something that they would have edited the background, and then you'd put a picture related to what you're talking about on it and a caption, and I could pump those out every day in, you know, a couple minutes and get, you know, 1,000 views or whatever. I want to make our content more authentic. Whether people watch it or not, I would rather it be our content and not something just trying to clickbaity, trying to get some views and stuff like that. So we're not going to be doing that. So now I've gotten to where we're posting once every 3, 4, 5 days, right? So if I have something worth posting, we're going to post it. And sometimes I post shorts of opening a pack and I don't get anything. That's Pokemon, right? That's opening packs. That's part of the hobby, you know? But it's good to show you guys, you know, it's easy to think that people are, you know, hitting polls all the time because that's all they post. That's all you see. And we don't want to be that way. So, you know, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking, subscribing. We want to keep growing. We will continue to put out more content and stuff like that. This isn't the end. This is just kind of a speed bump, you know, but do what you have to do to support your own, to support yourself. You know what I mean? Sometimes it means doing things that we don't want to do, but that's part of it. That's part of being a provider. I'm a husband, I'm a father. I don't have anybody to fall back on. Like, I am that guy. Everything I have, I've busted my ass for, and I'll continue to bust my ass for. And built my business and stuff like that is pure just work ethic, because that's all I had. Right? I hope you guys stick around. I hope you guys watch this video, because like I said, I'm mainly posting this for you guys, for anybody who will watch it, and anybody that's going through tough times and stuff. We all go through them, right? And a lot of us go through them in different ways, right? I could see that this was coming, and that I was going to have to do something to kind of counteract everything. And I had a feeling that selling off some of the Pokemon, I don't want to say it was the plan, but I knew that those would be one of the first things to go, right? I knew that I could sell them. People would buy them. The market's pretty good right now compared to what it's been in the past and stuff. And so it's hard to do, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I will have the chance to obtain some of the cards that I really like again. I know I'm going to pay more. They're not going to be any cheaper than what I got them for originally, but that's the hobby, right? And that's what it is. It's a hobby. It's not, I would love, my plan, my goal is to get to where, you know, this could be a form of income. But that's not why I do things. That's not why we do the giveaways. Again, we're trying to build a community of people who support each other, people who are, you know, love the hobby for the right reasons. It is an investment, and you can have a return on that investment if that's what you want to do. But it's always fun to, you know, have an interest in something that you may be able to make some money off of if you should choose to, or if you should need to. So, you know, this isn't something I wanted to do. I hope somebody, even if it's one person, watches this and just has some peace knowing that other people who may not think so, they go through struggles too, right? And so we just all got to work ourselves through them in whatever way that means. We appreciate you guys, everybody that comments, everybody that interacts with stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. This has been fun. It's been about 5 months, and this is the first month that we haven't done a ETB giveaway. But we've had a blast giving away the ETBs, giving away the binders. When we did the binder deal, man, people responded to that more than they responded to the ETBs. It's just a lot of people are like, man, my binder's in bad shape, or I don't have a binder. I keep it. So that really kind of made me happy that I was like, wow. I was like, here, you know, the ETBs are fun. Everybody loves ripping product, and it's hard to get, but this is something a lot of people need. You know, a lot of people need binders. And like I talked with some people, it's like, even myself, you know, we were working off of, I'll show you my binder right now. Just a Black Bolt binder that we got in a binder collection. Could I spend $30 on a good binder? Yeah, but I always, like a lot of you, always spent that $30 on Pokemon cards and kept them in the Black Bolt binder, right? But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have a great week. I love everybody that is a part of the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching our videos and commenting on our videos. And just keep working hard, keep working on yourself, try to do a little bit better every day. And sometimes you gotta, you know, life it's not a straight up trajectory. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna always climb. There's dips, there's highs, there's lows, and it's about how you navigate it, right? How you choose to see things. You're always gonna have the struggles. Keep fighting. You know, there are people that care about you. Keep working harder. Things will get better. But again, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of it. If you're new, please subscribe. A lot of our other videos are a lot more positive, but it is what it is. So thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.